Good afternoon, everyone. We can't change the past. All we can do now is move on. We've got to look towards Sunday. I'm done talking about yesterday. If you want to hear my angry reaction, you can go back on and watch that vlog. But it's already in the past now. We've got to look towards Brentford. Newcastle. It is in our hands now to get top 7 in the Premier League. European football is out of our hands because it depends on the FA Cup final. But let's make sure Man U have to win the FA Cup final. Let's make sure we do our job, get the 3 points against Brentford. This is a team that is 16th in the league table, and let's just make sure we do our bit. And if Man U win the FA Cup, hold your hand up and go, well, fair enough, it's happened. Now, just before we get into Newcastle United news today, I've got a bit of a sad announcement here. So for you who like obviously watching these videos and seeing the cats in the background, this will be the final time you see this cat here, because well, basically his family's moving out tomorrow. So this is a 22-year-old cat now. Basically known in my entire life, so it's always a pleasure to see him still with us, but the reality is obviously his family's moving out. So yeah, I'll just give you an update on the cats there. It'll be the final time you see him in this video. But we're here to talk about somebody else that is completely absent. Callum Wilson has actually missed a live Q&A session today. He was scheduled to be on with Newcastle United quite literally about an hour or so ago, and he actually missed the Q&A session. He's completely no-showed the event, and it's just, I don't want to speculate about the future of this guy, but there's been so much background noise, especially last night, about the fact that he's basically skived off this week because he either A, wants to be in the Euros, or 2, he just wants out of Newcastle. And now there's kind of a lot of evidence behind it, and I don't want to be that guy, because Callum Wilson's our second highest goal scorer in Premier League history. Someone that on his day is a good player, but it's quite vocal on social media that he wanted to move in January. He wanted to go to Atletico Madrid. Newcastle didn't allow that move. He got injured again, so his mind has been quite a frustrating period for him, and it's kind of built up, and he's such a liability. We needed him this week. He hasn't turned up at all. We need him on the bench. He wasn't on the bench. We needed him playing. He wasn't playing, and it's just so frustrating because we've done such hard work to get to where we want to be, and it just hasn't happened this week because players just aren't there. Wilson's ill. It just all of a sudden gets an illness now in such a convenient time where it is hard to believe otherwise, to be honest. And it's so frustrating because you want to see our main players play. But there's also a couple of other things I want to talk about in this video now. Craig Hope, quite literally about 20 minutes ago, has actually put an exclusive article saying that Newcastle are going to be having a summer camp in Germany. So they're going to be there at Adidas HQ. They'll be having a summer period there where it's just their training experience. It's believed that they will play one match at the training camp, but as far as I'm aware, it's obviously not going to be in front of fans. It's just a behind closed doors training match. It'll be a good opportunity for the players to just build an unbelievable campus. Now, if you ever watched the Amazon Prime documentary with Amanda Staveley and Murdad went there with the likes of Silverstone and Downhills, you just see how impressive the HQ is. So for the players to go there, state-of-the-art technology, especially compared to that Benton training ground, it's a great experience for them. And it's just making sure that they are prepared for next season, because we've got to go from minute 1. Whether we have European football or we don't have European football, next season is a crunch of a season for Eddie Howe, for the players, and it's especially in the PAF mind, the Amanda Staveley's mind. It's going to be the season where things will change if things don't go well again. They're going to be harsh, they're going to be cruel, they're going to be brutal, because the club wants to get to a certain stage. Now, certain criteria aren't being met, then things will change. Things will change next season. That's when you start to look into what the players and what the management can do. But I back Eddie Howe, I back these players, and I back them to do well on Sunday, and I back them to make sure they get European football. And if they don't get European football, I'll back them next season to be chasing top 4 football. They've got to be going for top 4 next season if they don't have any European football, because that's the punishment we've got to accept. If we don't hit top 7 now, we've got to expect to try and go top 4 next season, because there's no excuses. There's no extra games. We've got the least amount of games in the Premier League next season if we do in fact miss out on European football. So for now, the pressure's going to be on us even more to perform, so we've got to make sure when the opportunity comes we can do that. But Adidas HQ, hopefully, I'm fingers crossed there's no live games in Germany, because my bank account will be feeling it already after Australia and Japan. So I've got to go to Germany as well this summer. I will feel that quite a lot. But honestly though, I think it's just all behind closed doors. It'll be a training camp, cut weeks from, then come back to the UK, and then the shoot out to Japan for their actual pre-season in front of fans. So yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to talk about in regards to Craig Hope's exclusive article. Callum Wilson has to be the only player in the history of Newcastle United who is actually unfit enough to miss a Zoom call. The guy can't even come on a Zoom call, never mind play for us. I mean, how the hell can we rely on players like this next season, man? We can't keep this man. We can't keep him. He can't even come on a Zoom call. He's been scheduled all week to come on this video call, and he's pulled out because of an illness. Now, obviously, straight away, Newcastle fans are going to speculate, and Newcastle United themselves must know that people are going to speculate about this. So, surely they would make sure that the guy gets on the Zoom call. If Wilson actually was ill, let's say he had COVID-19 or something, like, just come on the call. Like, even if it's just like 30 seconds, just go, "Hi guys, I'm so sorry, I'm currently ill," and just explain what's happening and go off the Zoom call. I mean, I'm not expecting the guy to come on for a full hour and just to talk Newcastle United. Come on for 30 seconds, say, "I'm so sorry guys, I'm seriously ill, I've got to go off." Or just explain something. There's no clarity. The club has quite literally been as vague as possible, and they've said ill. That's all I've said, ill. And surely in Newcastle United's point of view, if Callum Wilson actually is ill, they'll just come out and explain, obviously there's quite a lot going out on social media, there's a lot of speculation, but Callum Wilson is actually ill, he's got a serious infection, or just something. They give a little bit of information out so fans aren't going to be guessing, and you won't see videos, for example, like this, where it's me or somebody else coming out and going, "Well, actually, Callum Wilson's ill," but there's all this going on here. Like, Newcastle would clarify, Newcastle would give additional information, and they haven't give a thing, which raises a lot of questions for me. In a Newcastle United media point of view, they would explain if Callum Wilson actually was ill, but the fact they haven't gave anything out just leans me towards there's something going on in the background. It's just this final week before the Euros is on. Obviously, Callum Wilson's always someone that's quite vocal. He always wants to play international football. Again, we knew that he wanted to move in January. It hasn't happened. He's then picked up an injury straight away, and in the back of his mind, it probably has peeved him off quite a bit. So this final week of this season, when we're relying on all our players to be available, he just went, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm ill. Like, that's not good enough for me. I'm sorry, but I'm not having that. And because of that, it's not Callum Wilson's fault we lost yesterday, by the way, but it's because of situations like this that we find ourselves in that we aren't picking up the points. We could have had it done against Brighton, and then we didn't have to worry about yesterday. We didn't do it yesterday, so now we've got to worry about Sunday. We put ourselves in this awful position where we didn't have to be in this position. I've said it for the last couple of weeks, don't put yourself in the final game of the season. We've done exactly that. We didn't need to do this, and it's painful. It's so painful because in Wilson's point of view, I'm going to be honest, yeah, I think there is something going on here. Someone doesn't feel right, there's someone off about it, and I don't think we'll see Wilson next season straight away. I think he'll be going in the summer. I don't know where you go, I don't know how much you go for, but it doesn't seem like there'll be a future for him in Newcastle unless it is actually an illness in Newcastle for whatever reason. They've just decided not to disclose any additional information to help out fans. They've decided to leave us in the dark, which, I mean, it is potentially possible, but again, surely in a PR point of view, they would just explain or clarify a little bit that Callum Wilson is actually ill. I mean, the guy has quite literally missed his Zoom call. He can't even get into a Zoom call, and never mind getting our start 11 man. It's a wind up. It's someone having a laugh at someone who, honestly, it's getting to the back of my skin straight away. But that was the main thing. Yeah, Callum Wilson's not only missing games, the guy's missing scheduled fan meetups and online meetups. It's not like a real life one. It's just, I mean, the guy can't even come on a Zoom call. What future's got in Newcastle? Like, it's ridiculous. We've got to be the only football club we've got this sort of stuff going on in the background. It's just hilarious at this point, all the stuff that's going on. But in all honesty, there were two major stories there. And Newcastle will be going to Germany in the summer as an exclusive article where they'll be training at Adidas HQ. Obviously, their new sponsorship deal with Adidas. There's a lot of background noise with that, so it sounds like Adidas are pumping everything they got into this, which is great because Adidas is quite actually the best kit supplier in the world. We'll be able to go to places like New York, even Timbuktu, South Africa, Cape Town. You go wherever you want, Adidas shops are there. You go in the Adidas shop, guess what? Newcastle shirts, you'll see them in there, so that's huge for us because Store have got no pull power like that. They've got no growth in the world like that. Adidas is everywhere, and Adidas is going to be the one that's going to pump our name out there. And it's not just them being a good and better kit supply in Castor, it's also their exposure. And you see over the summer when we'll be in a state-of-the-art HQ in Germany, we'll have a great time. But that was the main thing there. What do you guys think about the future of Callum Wilson? For me, I don't see anything. I don't see anything from Callum Wilson now. I think he's gone. It's such a shame the way his career has ended because he's obviously done quite a lot for Newcastle. He's been through us through some crap times, and I don't know what's happened the last week. I don't know if it was someone's happened behind the scenes with him and Eddie Howe, but it's something's so off about this. It's so off, and I don't think we'll see him anymore. Straight away, I don't think we'll see him anymore, guys. But yeah, Next video will probably be pre-recorded tomorrow because I'll be travelling down to London. Obviously, do the Brentford game on Sunday. I'll be flying straight from Heathrow to Melbourne afterwards. So, be just a vlog from the Brentford game, and there'll be a couple of videos over the next couple of days. And obviously, I'll have something pre-recorded when I'm on the plane in Melbourne. So there'll be a video on the channel, but obviously it'll be pre-recorded from someone else. It'll not be me talking about live news, for example. So bear with me. It's going to be the next busy couple of days. The season may be over for the Premier League on Sunday, but it's not over for Newcastle. So bear that in mind. It's got quite a lot of content coming up, so make sure you stick around for it. Yeah, that plane up there, that is going to be me in a couple of days' time, and plenty of Newcastle fans as well, as they make that 22-hour trip to Melbourne. So enjoy it, make the most out of it, guys. Let's make sure on Sunday we get that job done. But absolute pleasure. See you all in the next one.